What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. So obviously it's around the holidays, and if you're thinking about gift ideas for the person in your life that is really into motorcycles, or if it's for yourself actually, I want to talk about 5 items that I personally carry around with me pretty much every ride I go. And those 5 items I think would make a great gift idea for any motorcycle or Harley enthusiast. So let's get going. So first up, I never really leave home without it, and it's a pocket knife. I'm not going to recommend any one particular knife because there's just so many out there. And to be honest, I'm not really a knife expert, but I'll tell you the ones that I've gotten and the ones that I really like, the ones that I use, right? So starting with this guy here. This is a Gerber fast knife serrated edge Tanto. So currently on Amazon right now, it's $89. I think I bought it for a lot cheaper than that when I bought it in 2017. So yeah, I bought it for $60, but it's going for $89 now. Man, that's quite a jump. Either way, this is a knife that I usually take with me pretty much everywhere I go on the bike, and it's by Gerber, and this is one of my favorite knives. You know, again, I don't really know a whole lot about knives. What I like about it is that it fits really nicely in my hand with these grips, and the blades are really sharp, never really had to sharpen them at all, and it has these serrated edges for different use. This is a knife I'll carry around with me most of the time. Feels really good in the hand, it's nice and weighty. But if you want something a little bit cheaper and smaller, I have this Gerber Gear Quadrant fixed blade knife, and I'll leave all the links in the description. But this is a much slimmer profile knife. I like this little wood panel here, feels really nice and premium. And it almost looks like a little barber's comb, but it's a knife. So you don't have to spend a whole lot, but any of these knives will be excellent. I never leave home without knives because they're such a great, fantastic multi-tool. You know, between you and me, 99% of the time, I use the knife to open up Amazon boxes. But, you know, I like to keep one in hand just in case something goes south. Could potentially also be a weapon. I think a knife is a fantastic, fantastic gift for any guy or girl who rides a motorcycle. So that is the first item. I also have this Reiki knife, which I bought at a knife shop. It's a fantastic knife. All right, so the second item that I have is this flashlight. Now, a flashlight is an invaluable tool for many different reasons. I know that you can use a flashlight on your phone, but have you ever really tried using a flashlight while, you know, trying to work on your bike or do something? It's super inconvenient. So I bring this Olight S1R Baton 2. Just look how tiny this guy is. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's very concealable, very discreet, but it puts out 1,000 lumen output. I don't know a whole lot about flashlights either, but when I did my research, 1,000 lumens is pretty dang bright. But I like it just because it's so small. You know, you're not bringing along this like huge ginormous flashlight. You know, I ride a Sportster and a Lowrider S, which I typically don't have a lot of storage on me. So this is a very, very easy item that I can bring with me, and it's just incredibly bright, very useful. And one of the best features that I love about this particular flashlight is that to recharge the batteries, they give you a little a cable and a magnetic end to it. So attach that, plug this into a USB, boom, you charge it. Everywhere I go, not just on the bike, but I usually carry this with me. It's a fantastic, fantastic tool to have with you at all times, just like a knife. This goes for $65 on Amazon right now. It makes a really good stocking stuffer just because how small it is. Or if you want to wrap it up and put it under the tree, that works as well too. But this is something that I would definitely recommend. Moving right along, this is an item that I recently bought earlier this year. And this is a multi-tool, comes with a few Allen keys and Torx keys, has a flathead screwdriver, regular screwdriver, and a few sockets, you know, and this is, again, look how small it is, right? Again, I don't have a whole lot of storage, so everything that I bring, I like to just make it kind of small and more compact. I'm not going for long trips. So anything that I need kind of on the road, you know, this will probably get the job done. But for longer trips, you know, I'm gonna bring this and maybe a few other tools, but for most short rides, you know, I feel like I have a good peace of mind bringing this along. And the best part about this little tool is that it's only $20 on Amazon right now. So arguably the best value for the buck. So Cruise Tools Outbacker H13, $20 on Amazon. All right, so the next item on my list is arguably my favorite one out of all the tools. Actually, you know, I like my knives, but this is the most practical, and this is called the Outdoors Way electric hand warmer. Now on the outside, it just looks like a plain battery bank, right? It has a USB cable, so you can charge something if you want to. A little micro USB plug to charge it, and it also has a little flashlight component to it. The hand warmer is the function that I use on this the most. I use this all the time on cold rides. I use this all the time if I know I'm going to be outside for a while, even off the bike. It has two modes. One is light heat and one is high heat. And on the high heat mode, this thing gets blazing hot. I've had it in my pants pocket before, and it left like a little mini welt on my leg because it got so hot. But yeah, sometimes I'll stick this inside my jacket on cold rides. Man, this thing is a lifesaver. And I love the fact that, you know, when I'm not using it, I can also use it to charge my phone in case my phone battery goes low. It's $35. It'll last you years and years. I've had this for about like 3 years, and it's never let me down. Never let me down. On long rides, I'll just charge it up, and I love the fact that, you know, when I get cold, I can heat it up, and it'll keep me pretty warm for a long time. On low heat, it'll last all day. On high heat, I would say between like 6 to 8 hours, realistically. This is just one of the best investments that I've made during the colder months of riding. And it is $35 on Amazon. So not too bad. The last item on the list is a phone mount. So I've gone through different types of phone mounts before. My favorite phone mount is the quad lock, and that typically stays on my Lowrider S, but on my Sportster, I don't really have anything. But on the Sportster, I use this quite a bit because it's small. When I don't need it, I can take it off the bike, and the bike looks really clean without any, you know, huge mounts on the handlebars or anything like that. It's there when I need it. I can remove it when I don't want to use it. The magnet stays strong. I'm happy to report that it doesn't scratch the tank at all. I can give a more descriptive review on this if you all want, but this has done really well for me. If the person on your gift list needs a phone mount and you don't know what kind of mounts that they prefer or what have you, I would give this a consideration because it's just so easy to just plop onto your tank. The biggest selling factor for me on this phone mount is that you don't need to attach it anywhere to a handlebar, right? So if the person in your life or you yourself have multiple bikes like I do, you can just, you know, take the phone mount off, stick it onto your other motorcycle, and you're good to go. I love that. Just no fuss, very convenient. This goes for about like $50 on Amazon, worth every penny. You know, you can expand to all different types of phones. Stays on your motorcycle going at like highway speeds, 80, 90. I've done it with this phone. Stays completely fine. Those are 5 items that I carry with me pretty much everywhere I go, and if any one of them were lost, I would replace it immediately. So I think naturally, those would make great candidates for holiday gifts, Christmas gifts for the motorcycle rider in your life, or whether that's somebody else, your spouse, or whether it's you yourself. Can't go wrong with any of those items. I would highly recommend them to anybody that rides a motorcycle. That's the video for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a great holiday season, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.